Tactical Tuesday. The date is Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. Week number 8 of the coronavirus quarantine, lockdown, stay at home, social distancing, saving the world while staying put. And I am Johnny Tiger. Welcome back to my training room. Today we are going to do something a little bit more adventurous as far as the camera goes, so I hope it will turn out okay. Now, as a lot of you probably know by now, I am totally blind, so if videos don't turn out the way I want them to, most of the time I wouldn't know until someone tell me. So if things look out of whack, you can't see what I'm showing, please let me know in the comment section. I really don't mind. And in fact, by pointing those things out to me, it will actually help me. So today we are going to talk a little bit about this little foot fetish that a lot of self-defense experts or self-defense enthusiasts have. What do I mean by foot fetish? Well, no matter which style of fighting, no matter which self-defense discipline, no matter which area of study is your specialty, there are always people who want to tell you there are shortcuts to get your opponent to submit or to be able to get a quick, easy way to get people to go down. And sometimes these shortcuts are there. One of the most famous ones is the groin kick, the kick to the groin, the punch to the groin, whatever. We will do a separate episode on that later because there is a lot more than just kicking someone in the groin. But today I want to talk about another one of these supposedly shortcuts. The foot. Now, I don't know how many times I hear people give this advice to others. When you get into a fight, you just take your foot and then you stomp on the other person's instep. The other day we were watching Miss Congeniality, me and my girlfriend, we were watching that movie, and even in that movie, she was showing that as part of the self-defense, that solar plexus, instep, groin, and nose. Now, all these are great shortcuts, but today I want to bring to your attention that something should be pretty obvious about people's feet. Is stepping on someone's foot a good way to make them let go of you? Probably. Now, if you make a practice of fighting samurai warriors or Spartan warriors or Roman gladiators that wear nothing but sandals or slippers, even better. Even if you come across ninjas that wear those soft, slipper-like tabby boots, sure. But if you come across a guy, a big biker dude, most likely wearing steel-toe boots or really solid motorcycle boots, or just a guy who got to walk around wearing military boots, army boots, or a factory worker. Let's say you are at the bar, you get into a fight with a factory worker who just came off his shift and come here to have a drink, and you have a disagreement, and he grab you and you stomp on his foot. He's still wearing his work boots, which most likely is steel-toed, steel-capped. That is not going to do anything at all. Now, I have heard people say, Well, no, because we are not stepping on the toe. We are stepping on the instep of the foot. That should be okay, right? Not really. Because most of the time, the steel toe doesn't just cover the tip of the toe. It comes over the top, cover at least up to the first quarter half of your foot. Which means when you place your foot on the other person's foot, half or a quarter of your weight is already negated by that steel cap. I actually know this from personal experience. I got into a disagreement with someone regarding self-defense, and they actually went to the trouble of jumping right down on my foot. Like they just hop up and got both of their feet on mine. And just happened that day I was wearing steel toe boots. I like to wear steel toe boots. I mean, why not? It's like an extra bit of advantage if I ever get into a situation where I have to defend myself. And it's completely legal. So why not wear steel toe boots? I love steel toe boots. So that day I was wearing steel toe boots. This person jumped up and got both their feet landing right on my feet. Boom! Like that. And guess what happened after that? Well, they tripped over. They fell down. I just stood there and laughed at them. But if that was a real threat, if we were actually in a fight, that wouldn't have done really good. So that is my long-winded way of saying that before you go and tell people to just step on someone's instep, step on someone's foot, you probably want to teach them how to take that extra second to look down and see what that other person's wearing. In the country that I came from Taiwan. In Taiwan and a lot of those Asian countries where people walk around in flip-flops all the time, then yeah, stepping on someone's instep, great thing to do. Great move in the fight. End the argument pretty quickly. But here in North America, especially in Canada, especially in British Columbia, Canada, where it is wet and cold almost 2/3 of the year, a lot of people are wearing heavy-duty boots. And you never know when, who is going to be gearing up with a pair of nice, solid steel-toe boots, just waiting for you to step on them, and then you trip over, and then they, in turn, get to stomp on you with their steel-toe boots. So always pay attention to what the person is wearing. Head, body, legs, feet, before you try to use your cookie cutter self-defense technique on their foot or any part of their body. We'll come back to this again and again later. And I understand that for those people like myself who are totally blind, we are at a slight disadvantage because before we get into a combative situation, dangerous situation, we can't just look at the person and see what they're wearing. For all I know, I may be arguing with someone who is dressed up in armors with spikes coming out of their arm. I may be arguing with Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I wouldn't know that until I go and grab him and then get my finger cut off on his armor. So you guys who can use your sight, use your vision, get a little bit of an advantage. For those of us who are blind, this is one great reason why we should not get into a fight unless we have no choice whatsoever. Actually, that goes for everybody. Fight is always messy, always dangerous. Don't go out and get into fights just because you think you're a badass. It never ends well. You either end up in jail, or end up in the hospital, or you end up in the morgue. And even if you get home safe and you don't have to go to jail, you still have to deal with psychological fear and trauma afterward. But I digress. Today I actually want to show you guys a different technique on attacking someone's feet. But today I'm not showing you how to attack the actual foot itself, but we're going to go above the foot. Ow! What did I just do other than abuse the crap out of my leg? I'm showing you guys a natural built-in weak point on the human leg. And watch this again. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways so you guys can see me. Top here, does it hurt? Yeah, sure. But if I'm really solid, if I am very muscular, or if I train in any kind of martial art and get kicked here all the time, I can take that. On the side of my side, oh yeah, no problem. On the back, no problem at all. Kneecap. A lot of people like to talk about kneecap. And yes, getting kicked on the knee hurts, but again, I can wail at it with my fist. That's okay. I can take that. Front of the shin hurt like heck when you bark your shin on the table, right? But those of us who trained, we can do this all day long. No problem. Outside of the shin, even better. Now, I'm going to pull my pants up so you guys can see where I'm hitting. Right here, above the ankle bone on the inside of your calf, right before the calf muscle start. Between this knob of bone and the calf muscle, out. Hurts like crazy when you get nailed right there. Because there's very little muscle here on the inside. It's actually quite a thin part of your leg, at least on my leg. I have great ankles anyway. At least I think so. That part of your leg is very rarely trained. A lot of us who fight, do kickboxing and stuff like that, we're used to training the front, but we very rarely train the inside, this bony, skinny part on the inside. That's where it's going to hurt. I'm going to show you how to attack that part of the foot with a quick kick that can be very effective. But before I show the kick, I'm going to move the camera down to the ground level so you can actually see my legs. You won't be able to see my face, but at least you'll see the important parts. So excuse me while I move the camera. Again, if you guys end up not being able to see this, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments, and we'll do something about it. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm trying to clip this. There we go, onto the stand. I actually bought a new stand I can use with a phone. Pretty nifty. Okay. So that now you should be able to see my legs. At least I hope so. Otherwise I'll be doing this for mostly nothing. So, doing it without a target first. Let's say there's someone standing in front of me, and I want to attack the inside of his foot, his ankle. All I do is take a stride forward and down. Stride forward and step down. So my motion is I am using my right foot to assault the inside of his left ankle. Or I can use my left foot and do a low sweeping roundhouse directly to that part as well. I like the same side sweep and stomp to myself, because that does not make me turn away from them. If I miss, at least I'm in their space still. If I do the opposite side roundhouse kick and sweep, that will expose my flank a little bit. Now here's the important part. We are not doing this. We are not just swinging our leg. We're not doing that. That doesn't pack a lot of force. We are picking our foot up. We are taking one step forward, pivoting our body to create this angle where we can line our pressure up and stomp. Stomp right on the ankle. I'm going to show you guys on this heavy bag. I don't know if you guys can see this. I hope so. Now no one's here to hold this for me, so unfortunately I have to hold it myself. But I hope you guys can see this. So the mechanic with the target, let's say this is the person's leg, and the person is here in my space. I want to shuffle, pick up my foot, get it between his legs, and stomp there. Stomp there. Stomp there. Stomp there. Stomp there. That does not move my body out of alignment at all. I'm still facing him. After I stomp on him, I'm right here in his space. My hip is hopefully under his hip. I can go into throws, takedown, or other striking. In fact, speak of other striking, I'm going to show you guys a follow-up. After I stomp, I'm going to shuffle in with the other leg and do that roundhouse kick as a follow-up. But now I'm in his space. While my legs are doing this maneuver, my elbow is attacking his upper quarter. This will effectively force the person back or cause them to stumble, if not outright taking them out of the fight. So again, stomp, kick, stomp, kick, stomp, kick. As you can tell, even if my first stomp was to miss the target, I'm still in here within kicking distance, so my follow-up will get the leg. Stomp, kick. Stomp, kick. And of course, that just shows the leg. We can always add more arms, hand movement with that. Now, of course, I got to tell you that this move is also problematic if the person is wearing knee-high, very solid, very heavy-duty boots. So again, pay attention to what the person got on their feet before you go and try to stomp on their ankle. Otherwise, all you do is aggravating, angering, and escalating the situation to something that's going to be a lot worse. Thanks again for checking out today's Tactical Tuesday. Hope everyone stays safe, stay healthy, stay strong, and I will see you guys again tomorrow when we come back for Wisdom Wednesday.